Yeah, honestly, I was actually excited when I saw this the beginning of the death announcement of that Lumba, where lawyers were in charge. I felt like, oh, this is really well structured. But how did everything collapse at this point where um, there's a court injunction in the conversation, there's a press statement from children and all that?
How did it begin? Well, we are Bema na bra. Sometimes you know in English, when you are how do you astute or renowned person, usually when you die,
Yes.
things like this can happen.
Okay.
And there are so many examples. Oh yes, well he had 2 wives. Well, technically, legally he had 1 wife, but he had two.
Hey, lawyer.
Oh yeah, legally.
Esquire.
Based on
Based on what has
been established, there's 1 wife and there's another person who he cohabitated with, and they all have children. They have children alongside. You get it?
Yeah.
So it was bound to happen.
Okay.
It was bound to happen. We was bound to get to this point where there would be some minor misunderstanding. The only problem is it has escalated into the legal aspect now, with even the wife and they say the wife and the supposed sister are asking for the spouse to be investigated because they claim there's varying accounts of how he passed away. You get it? It has really escalated to that point.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, not to perjure myself or put myself in anybody's legal book to come and sue me. There's an assumption that all this thing is because of property.
True.
Oh, really?
That's the assumption, publicly, because when someone probably they are going to share property, so usually the wife and all those things are considered. But the person I'll put the blame in front of would be the Champagne.
In front of?
Yes.
Put it on his head. Why put it in front of him?
Yes, the Champagne. Because the Champagne from the start started on TV. Started on social media.
Social media.
That's when he started. When the death came,
He said he doesn't know.
he did first interview. He did second interview. And now Ebu Champagne has made certain decisions that have led to this circumstances. Because the whole conversation is, Ebu Champagne says the first wife asked for a divorce. But we also know now that legally, if you do a civil marriage, it's not when you take now that they divorce.
Yeah.
It is when you take the legal step to divorce. And unfortunately, they did not finalize any legal step.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you ask for divorce today and your spouse dies tomorrow, you are still the legal wife. That is law. Because once they've not concluded the divorce proceedings, you are not divorced, you are still married.
Yeah.
And that's where the issue is. I feel the family has escalated the matter. I think they could have overlooked certain aspects and still made the first wife the kuna, because legally that's her role.
Yeah.
You get it. But I don't know the ins and outs of the conversation we've had, but that is where it has brought us now. And I pray that both families will come together and solve it.
Yeah.
When I saw the letter from the children, that's from the first wife's children, I was excited because I felt like a united front.
Yeah.
Like
Let's honor my dad rather than...
Yeah, they are not in agreement to
What
kind of escalating these arguments and issues, but they want their father to have a befitting burial that he deserves for the caliber of money he is, and let bygones be bygones. Like, you can solve property things and those things later. Yeah. Right now, the most important thing is not dragging his name in mud. But this is someone at a point where we were requesting for a state burial.
Imagine what this would have happened if this had happened as part of the state burial.
It would have been messy. The government would have felt like a fool, because they are trying to do something. Our family mom is doing
something else.
You get it. So I'm hoping and praying that they're able to sit down. But I believe they just need to sit down and have a thorough discussion. Go, like all parties involved, have a conversation. And let's not escalate it right now. They've reported to the German police, German embassy, plenty things. Because he's also a German citizen. But as a woman, in real said Lumba say Ghanaian. Oh yeah, but I don't think he renounced his Ghanaian
citizenship.
Yeah.
So even though he is German, he's also Ghanaian.
Yeah.
And I think there's a limit to even what the Germans can do. Considering he's not if he was 100% German citizen, that's a different conversation. But he's also a Ghanaian citizen, and I think the embassy would not be too pushy in this matter.
Yeah.
You get it. Yeah. But I hope that they come together and resolve
That's
it, because we want Daddy Lumba to have a befitting burial. Yeah. This thing shouldn't drag into next year. Let's bury him, honor him, and let's go. Yeah. Then it will become a long, but we have people who are still in the fridge, 10 years, 20 years. They're still in the fridge. They've not been buried because of arguments. So they're they are there. They are not transitioning into the next life of their life. They've been on the earth roaming inside for 20 years. No befitting burial. Yeah. So please, let's not turn this into a messy situation. I appeal to the family, to the wife, to the second wife, all of you, please sit down, have a conversation. Let's go. Think about the children.
Right, I just say.
So, the thing is, you see, all these things, it has a head, and the head is the head of the family. When the man died, as at when Baba Jamal and associates were the one handling communication, you could see some decorum in what was being put out. At a point, you would see that they actually even anticipated some of these things. So they put out a press release that said that anyone who would say stuff that will denigrate the man will face civil action. Yeah. And people were like, oh, okay, there's actually something to protect the man's legacy. Funny enough, it didn't take social media rather to denigrate the legacy. It's taking those around him.
The family himself.
Yeah. And if all this, if I'm to believe that all this is because of property or his estate, then it's actually not sensible to me. Because if it's about his estate, if the man left her, it doesn't matter who you are. If he says this thing should be given to you, it's supposed to be given to you. Yeah. So if there is a will that actually guides on how his estate should be allocated, then you can do the kuna or you cannot do the kuna, and you still get what the man wanted you to have. Yeah. What has happened is, we've had people who have wanted to be in the limelight, like they want to be in the media. Yeah. They want to be talked about. Yeah. So they do things that, as human beings, you are not supposed to do to someone you claim you love. How did we get here? Because this should be a family conversation. Like, you've lost someone dear to you. If you, those at the head, cannot agree, we know. At the end of the year, he's legally bounded to someone who there are documentation to show that, okay, we didn't divorce. Yeah. But I also understand that he had some moments with you, and at some point, the person actually recognized you as this. What happens if both of us do the kuna? Or whatever we do with rights?
Well, to be fair, both of them can do the kuna.
Yeah, you don't
know. No, but both of them can't do the kuna.
Why?
Because kuna is for wife. That is
and I'm saying, so...
It is not for...
For concubines.
But right now, because now legally, whether he married her or not... And
you see, my confusion is, we don't know what the conversations are. Because all that has happened is, I haven't seen the other lady, that's Odo Bruni. I haven't seen her release to the press like how the other party is doing. So we don't know her story. What we've been able to get is continuous one-sided conversation.
Yeah, but just to add up, yes, we've not gotten official releases. But the social media conversations that triggered all this started because people were defending.
And we haven't also had any concrete conversation that alludes that she hasn't been married or not. So as at now, you can't sit here and say, on worry and our worry or don't. So what you know is
no, but that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Legally, whether he married her or not, that marriage is not recognized.
Fine.
So she's a concubine. Whether you pass top, go down, she be concubine legally. And that's what we they go by.
Lawyer of the High Court.
One day it will happen.
It's amen.
Amen to that.
Amen. But you see, me, my issue is, if you are really about loving this man, if you are really about protecting his legacy, you told the line that the children are to it. And I wasn't even, when I saw the letter from the children, I felt it would have even been more if it were the children of Akosua Sewa and the children of Odo Bruni combined. Because you see, I told you, the children of today are the ones that will be able to tell you that, man, yeah, you are fighting a good cause, but I think you are fighting it the wrong way.
Yeah.
Because, see, the 1 week, I don't feel that with what is going on, if the funeral is held today, people will go to the funeral with the love that, or the passion that they wanted to go. As at last time. Even the 1 week, people went. But, Utum says, my yama, and now it has become a conversation, and it's now becoming a conversation of men and women who is more wicked. When see, it's very needless.
Yeah.
For the man that he is, these are things that you can bury him and solve after. You see, and I don't know. I feel parties should also, if they really want to come out clear, then come out clear and tell us, say, this is what I'm looking out for. Don't hide behind conversations.
Right.
It wouldn't be that today is the conversation of I'm not being recognized as a widow. Then the next day, I also feel that I worked tirelessly with him to make well, so I deserve this. Then tomorrow, okay, there is no actual proving into what actually led to the death of the man. So we should have an
autopsy report.
You see,
But I think autopsy should have been. I'm sure the family should have that by
yeah.
now. If they don't have it, then they'll be disappointed. They should already know what
No, so it's
actually killed.
it's actually stated that they have seen it, but what they feel is there has been irregular accounts from other Bruni.
Yeah, but if the autopsy says he died by sickness, like the sickness that he had been inflamed upon for the past years, then it's not right. Then he died from it. It's only when they discover maybe there was maybe some toxic stuff.
Toxic. And you see,
so if they say he died by that sickness,
as at the
whether
time
they
the man
account be the
died,
same or not.
when the man died, the first person who took to social media to announce was A+. The moments after, he was like, the news that even the news of the cause of death or something, it's more shocking. Then he came to delete it. Now, what they have also alluded to or tried to say actually makes people want to believe that, okay, then there is something to hide. There is something under the carpet that you people are trying to cover. So how did we get here? This is a simple conversation to have. Me, I always say that I'm a young guy who hasn't married before. So when it comes to issues about marriage and stuff, and so I have experienced it, I'm not able to talk on it well. But this takes common sense that you love someone. You don't allow people outside to denigrate the person, even in their death. Sit as a family and solve this thing. There is much more to enjoy than social media hype and properties.
Final one on this one, I think the conversation about the conversation on social media. I mean, pundits are talking about what should we be mindful of when we engage in conversations about the Lumba's death and the misunderstanding between.
But the family currently, from what they are doing, they are not mindful of anything. So how will people also follow to be mindful of anything? They are leading. If people are disrespecting that Lumba, his legacy and everything today, it is because the family has opened the way for it.
Okay.
Yeah, so for we that we discuss, please let's be circumspect. Understand that it's not our family. We don't have all the information. It's good. People will definitely pick sides. But yeah, please be mindful because at the end of the day, they are going to use legal and cultural stuff to deal with this. And I think the family would be able to handle it. And that's what I'm saying. I pray they come together and solve it. That's the most important. And it's not all about the other conversations that hover around. They should just solve it and because Phoebe mensa won. And you're not penal.
And a baby so Bobra na uwa ya kunfunu. And what we jump at the home.
And you always show up in the newspapers.
Because who here near your corner?
All right, let's talk about the launch.